Best comes in threes. Wins come in twos. Cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the London Black Knights and the Dallas Cowboys. The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The play fake, now Young. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A bad start there, a big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
We talked about prior to the game, and it played out right there on the first play, didn't it? This offensive line is going to have his hands full all night long.
Now, you often speak of scripts to start a game. Does this mean that play number 2, they're going to go off the script a little bit?
Yeah, what's interesting is that most people, when they script now, they actually script those contingencies in, okay, in case they can't run the play they want to. It's long distance now. Let's go to that play.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Looking to throw, Young. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. Really nice pick there for the reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week. And a good story on that, he said he didn't even know he won the award. His buddy had to call him. He saw it on television and said, hey, congratulations. How about that?
And I'll bet you his buddy said, well, since you didn't know, I'll just go ahead and claim the award, right? And everything that goes along with it. But the reason he won the award the previous week and what we just saw there, instincts, understanding where the play is going and being able to make a play on the football.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and he will take it in for a Cowboy score. A great play there with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Solomon Thomas, his 2nd sack of the night.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Young. And he will find his man on the outside. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
Set, ready, 60 on, 50 seconds to Mike. Hey, come on now, come on now. No. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Kill. Hey, switch gears. Go. Check 4. Yo.
They'll run on first down. Taylor. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. I think you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
Young off the play fake. His throw incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now Young. And he finds Seals-Jones complete. Touchdown! Ricky Seals-Jones, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. Well, in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch. When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
From the 44, Jackson. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Check 52's the mic. Check 52's the mic. Bandit. Check.
Jackson. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
And he better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now Jackson throwing again. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
The 55-yard attempt, normally you'd say well within his range. Little surprised he came up short.
And he knew it immediately, didn't he? They are so calibrated, aren't they? They can tell the touch, the feel. When they put the foot to the ball, whether it's going to be good or not, he knew immediately he didn't have that one.
Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45.
Check, crunch, crunch, crunch. Check, 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 check.
Young. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now a give, right side. Taylor. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 34. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Try the right side here. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Defense. Let's go, defense.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Young. And he cannot get away, and Young will go down. Malik Collins able to record his 5th sack of the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
On 3rd down, it's Taylor. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. Now Aldrick Rosas for the field goal attempt. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And the kick by Rosas is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. Want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their history. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Get a little closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Man, I got you. Go back. We got motion. Back up.
Now a handoff here to his running back. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
That's how you pick up a first down. You know where the sticks are. You know where the first down marker is, and you find a way to get there. That's called having vision.
He had a lot of vision last week, didn't he? NFC Offensive Player of the Week. He was dominant. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 41-yard line.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Bringing up 3rd and 12.
Two minutes gone by, 2nd quarter.
Go.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He's going to look deep down the field. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Now a handoff working right. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The offense on third down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, alert 3. Alert 3. Anyway. Dudes. Watch the safety creep. 25. Check 25. Check 25. With me.
Now a give right side. It's Taylor, and he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2.
First down, Black Knights.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On play action, Young. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A big play there. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. And he'll give it here to his running back. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Well, it wasn't much of a gain, but we're getting near the 2-minute warning, so maybe they just want to get to that point, regroup, and decide what they want to do the rest of the half.
Come on, set. Begin read. 65, 65, 65. Slam. Bang, 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 bang.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he lost the football. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
Kill. 53, Mike. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Check the backer. Same on. Switch. Watch out. Let's go. Drive on.
On first down, Taylor. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there.
Mike 57. Crunch time, defense.
Now Taylor. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. with his 19th touchdown, his second of the game. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Rosas good with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
First down 10 at their own 30-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
At the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Hey, check.
Play action. It's Jackson. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target, and it'll bring up 3rd down. Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and you're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Rush in. Check.
Jackson now. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Here we go on 4th down with Jackson. He's going to let this one go deep. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
52's the mic.
And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again. Jackson. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
Partner, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting at 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now.
Get wide. Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. I know he ain't got it. 58's the Mike. 58's the Mike.
Play action. Now Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Lorenzo Carter in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. So make some room next to Tom Dempsey on the NFL's all-time field goal distance leaderboard. That's going to go down officially as a 63-yarder.
Let's not forget about David Akers, Jason Elam, and Sebastian Janikowski, too. So now Matt Prater at 64 has got a little bit of company up near the top spot. That was one heck of a kick right there.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
It got his man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big pickup of 38. So we have come to halftime in what's already a two-touchdown game. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. On 2nd and 10, Jackson. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, there's a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter if it's man or zone. Deep ball, short ball. That was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
A well-executed 22-yard gain. Jackson will throw again. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Again, Jackson. Going for his running back, and he's got him complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Check, check. Fresno, Fresno, Fresno. Echo, echo. 58 for Mike, 58. 58 for Mike. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. Hey, 58 is a Mike. Go 58 to the Mike. Hey, man, shut up.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Lorenzo Carter, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign.
Check 50. 15. Switch. Check 26, check 26.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. Flush to his right. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That one good for 26 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Mike 40. Bring it. Truck. Hey, we're going Mike 40, Mike 40. Come on. 40's Mike. 40's Mike. All right. Here we go. Let's go, D. Let's go.
Jackson on first down. He's going to take a shot for the end zone and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
Tighten down. There you go.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
London.
Ready up. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. Check safety. Check safety. Yeah. Switch. Hey, check 24. Check 24. Yeah. 10. Under 10.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
Check 13. Check 13.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. A couple of first downs, has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10.
That's right, baby. They don't want it. Mike's 22. Mike's 22. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
So that'll set the offense back 5, make it 1st and 15. Back now in Arlington as we are set to bring you the home stretch here, the 4th quarter. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
He's coming. He's coming. He's coming. We got double up. Double up. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Jim. He's coming. He's coming.
And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. A good comeback there after the penalty. 9 yards, and it's 2nd and 6.
It's 2nd and 6 at the 47-yard line.
15 Lonnie. 15 Lonnie. Switch. Check. General. Relax. Hot. Joker.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Second down. It's Taylor. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
And it brings up 3rd down.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Young. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 40. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
2nd and 8 at the Cowboys' 38-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Young to throw it. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown. In for the score. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
This will be fielded at the 6. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Here we go.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Now they try the right side here. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Loss of 1 brings up 3rd down and 11.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. To throw is Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. To throw is Jackson. Throwing on 4th down. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field.
57's the mic. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up.
1st down, Young. His throw caught at about the 5. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This will be taken very short. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Here we go. Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down, keep the sticks moving.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And now nothing but green ahead of him. Oh, they hate that. Wipes out the big play.
And I know this is the NFL, so they would probably fine you for this type of a penalty. But when I was in college, you used to have to do up-downs for the number of yards that you cost a team in a big play.
Ready. AT Gator. Use the mic. You better bring it. You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping.
Now a stoppage here. We'll get another timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
15 on it. 15 on it. Tight end left. Tight end left.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there. With his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the second most in a single year. And the Cowboys get a bit closer. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. All of a sudden, they have quite a bit of breathing room. This was a one-score game, but touchdowns on their last two drives, and now comfort is here, so to speak.
It certainly is for them. I've been in this situation before on the flip side of this. And all that's going on there is a little bit
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Malik Collins in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Come on, fellas.
So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory.
Switch gears.
Room here to run. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL, where we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. To throw, Young. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Malik Collins, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Young here to throw. He finds Taylor, complete. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Out of the gun, it's Young. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Looking to throw, Young. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5, and he's into the clear. The 40, the 20, 10, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Gay is on for the point after. and the lead will be cut down to 14.
Makes the score Black Knights 38, Cowboys 24. Matt Gay is set to kick off.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
They're on the 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
That throw by Young incomplete.
Intended for Ricky Seals-Jones. It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Situation, let's go. Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
He's forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Check 53. Down to lose 1.
The play fake, now Young. And it's incomplete. We're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. So this crowd will not go home.